Tell me about the Nirma story. Everybody
Oh my
remembers that.
So Nirma was a brand that I signed because I always felt that there was another brand which was really popular, which would sign on, and so-called only the creme de la creme and those actresses, and that was the brand to be in, the soap brand. And everything worked around that. You got that brand, you got these awards, you got these certain things, and it was a done deal. That was the I didn't get that, and I thought I deserved it, but I didn't get it. And so I said, you know what, let it be. I was about to use the
That's okay.
yeah. I said, you know what, let it be. So what? I'll do another soap brand. And that's how I did Nirma. I really didn't expect Nirma to be what it was. But I must say that now when I look back at it, the fact that I didn't get that other brand, this other brand got created in that sense, it became the thing it was.
Because,
so I always say their loss.
Because it was, lots of PR companies will advise big stars that don't endorse a middle class product.
Okay.
Endorse a super luxury, even if it's a washing powder or a toothpaste.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. So
But we didn't have PR companies at that point of time.
At that time, it was like that. Today, you'll find the biggest of big stars advertising for even a laxative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not naming, but you're figuring out what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or a hair oil.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 20 years back, those same actors who were at their peak
Yeah.
going hair oil?
No, I had done all the hair oils and hair products and everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
you
the
were
soap
quite
thing, I'm telling you-
adventurous.
Yeah, but it was like this, I had nothing. I was an outsider. Now that's the word that people use, but that is the fact. I was the outsider, and I was just carving. If this is not what I'm getting, but this is where I am. How do I do it then? So it was not like I started doing it because I didn't have a choice, because that place was taken. There were places that were taken, so I was just creating new places for myself.
You also did language films. You
Yes.
went to Telugu, Tamil.
Yeah, another term that is so happening nowadays, pan-India star. But yeah,
How did
I
that
have
happen?
done
Just-
Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, and
You don't
I've
speak
done a
the
Marathi
language?
film. No, I don't. So I did films in all these languages. I did a film in Marathi also. Though Marathi is my mother tongue, because I'm a Maharashtrian, but I'm not brought up in Maharashtra.
Where were you brought up?
So my father was in the central government services. So I've traveled from Nepal to Chennai. I have traveled and lived all across the country.
Okay.
So I remember being more comfortable with English and Hindi than with Marathi. Marathi was something that was spoken at home, and wherever we were, in whichever part of the thing. And if I said that, okay, like if I was in Bangalore, and if I call the vegetable, if I would say the Kannada name for it, then
Kanda, you'd say instead, because Marathi is Kanda.
No, I wouldn't. If I said pyaz, it would be okay.
If it
When
was
we are
in
talking
Bangalore,
in Marathi,
Nirudi, you would say.
something, I various things. Or if I use that language, and even if I asked a question in Hindi, I was always given a reply in Marathi. And that's how I learnt the language. It was my parents' way of seeing that we learnt the mother tongue. And so for me, even today, I can speak the Marathi because, if you didn't pronounce something well, it was pointed out and said, this is not the way you pronounce it.
Okay.
So my pronunciation might be well, but I don't think in Marathi.
In Marathi, okay.
And also what that did was it exposed me to this rich legacy of storytelling. And not just through Marathi literature and books, but because also my parents would listen to, because when we traveled, for them, they were carrying their culture with them. So you had all these various tapes with there's this oral storytelling in a song form and all of that.
Yeah.
And that would be played at home. So you learnt all
Wow.
these stories because it was going on in the background. And today when somebody speaks about something and you say, yeah, and I'm like, how? I have never read about, how did you know it? It was because it was being played and my parents were listening to it, or music that they were listening to. So again, like I said, words and language is just
But
so
it's like
beautiful.
when you do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.